Hello bitchlings! I'm just blending into the background because I dyed my hair and it's now dark plum color, so I hope you guys like this video. I'm also trying to get used to my glasses, which is why I'm using them today. So today's fragrance video is going to be a snippet video, a short one, and today we're talking about clean girl or clean guy fragrances. I have one guy's fragrance that I used to wear myself quite a lot, and these fragrances are pretty much the office safe, easy to grab and go types. And for some of them I did pull up the notes because either they're new to me or I can't discern quickly what is in them. The other ones I know pretty much through and through, so we're gonna see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 soapy or fresh scents for the office that to me smell really clean, okay? That's the kind of gist of this video. And I've heard that these are very popular. Like, some people absolutely go crazy for soapy scents and like very fresh scents, and I feel like this is a great, like, hello, you are just starting to get into fragrances, these are the types that you might like, because I've noticed that people who like complex fragrances have usually been in the fragrance game for a bit longer. So this is for like starters out there. You're just getting into this, welcome. You are very welcome here. So without further ado, I will start with the men's fragrance that I chose for this video. It's actually my boyfriend's, I got it for him. And this is like one of my favorite clean men's fragrances, and it is Aqua Rive Man Eau de Toilette. And this is a Aqua di Gio clone. So this is really simple note structure actually, but it smells so good, okay? Like this is one of the best men's fragrances for like that hot and humid air, you know, like for summertime, absolutely gorgeous. And for a man that likes to do sports, I just really like it. It has this kind of bitterness in it that I really enjoy. So this one has bergamot, water notes, jasmine and cedar. So it's quite typical. I think actually to me this smells like grapefruit more than it does bergamot. I might be wrong though. To me I get like water notes and grapefruit and the cedar, yeah, and jasmine, a little bit of jasmine and cedar, just rounding it up. But definitely, like, to me it's almost like just smelling like a very watery drink of sorts or something. It's so nice. Like, this is something that probably everybody's gonna like it's very hard for people not to like this, and this actually lasts a long time. Like, I get like 6 hours on this. I gave it to my boyfriend because he enjoys it more than me. I feel like this is something that even women can wear, but it definitely leans more masculine. So yeah, Aqua Rive or Aqua di Gio. It's a very popular fragrance, the original, and it is for a reason. I feel like it's very universal. It's good for any age bracket. Anyone can wear it and rock it, and it's gonna be really nice and fresh. So that's my male scent, and the rest are leaning more feminine / are feminine. Some of these I think are unisex, so I think I'm gonna just start with those. So I could see people of both genders rocking these. So first, I've talked about this one a lot. So this is Tesori d'Oriente White Musk. And this is exactly like your Nivea body cream, but better. It's just really soft. It has some floral, white floral notes, but mainly it just smells like a very classy soap and musk, like skin musk. And to me it smells like you've come out of shower, and I just tested this and I can vouch for this. I get like 8 hours on this. With 2 sprays, I get 8 hours of longevity, and this is something that I think is good for a man also. Like, if you just want to smell like a very high-class soap, then this is probably what you're gonna get. Yeah, it just smells like the most beautiful skin. That's like a fresh soapy skin and really good for summertime. I do rock this a lot during summertime. So yeah, White Musk. And from the same creators, Tesori d'Oriente, Aegyptus. And this also I've seen people say that it's unisex. Aegyptus is rose and powdery elements and musk, and it has also what's that note? Papyrus, which makes it a little more unisex, okay? Like papyrus is often in men's fragrances, I've noticed. But yeah, this is just a really nice, very powdery, very rosy type of scent. So if you're into that, like, it almost gives me a little bit of that makeup-y vibe or something. The only thing about this is the lasting power is not nearly as good as in my other Tesori d'Orientes. This is like 2 hours and it's gone, or like it settles into your skin so you can't almost smell it, but it's super beautiful, okay? And this is classy. I think this is super classy. So yeah, Tesori d'Oriente, Aegyptus, and these both are really affordable. Next one that this is a female fragrance, but I honestly think that a man could pull it off easily. And it's CK Into You Her. And Calvin Klein does pretty unisex scents, in my opinion. Like, I feel like almost all of them are pretty interchangeable. They're also super likable. I really like this. On the top it has this really cool cactus note that you can smell, and I think it has like white amber, it has some cedar, it's really cool. It's kind of like your woody, bergamot, citrusy cactus smell with ambers in the background, white amber. So the white amber is just giving it a little bit of that complexity that it needs to just smell faceted during summertime. This is really sporty, but it's super pleasant in my opinion. It's fresh, it's citrusy, but it's not zingy citrusy. It's more like that kind of soft, sweet citrus. And to me it smells like aloe vera. Like the cactus note makes it smell like aloe vera. So if you like aloe vera smell, you might probably like this. It's a little watery. I find this to be a perfect workout scent. I feel like, whereas Aqua di Jo or Aqua by Rive is like the perfect men's workout fragrance, I think CK Into You is a perfect version for women for the same purpose. These two kind of lean into the same direction. So it's more like that bergamot citrus freshness that you get with this. But I really like the white amber in this. It's so pretty, and this is so inexpensive. Lasting power is about 3 hours. So yeah, not a super laster, but then again, like, these are fresh scents, so let's be real about it. Then next up, I actually want to show you my new love that I really like. I just got this. And this is Rive. I'm a Rive whore, as you can see. I really like inexpensive fragrances, and I don't like everything from them, but they have a lot of like good options. But this is Rive Pearl. I really like the packaging of this. I really like the whiteness of it. It's very pretty in my opinion. But yeah, this one actually, I've had my eye on this for quite a long while, but I never pulled the trigger on it. But it's really nice. Like, to me, what I get from this, I can tell you the notes, but then I'm gonna tell you what I get. So top notes are lemon, bergamot, and blackcurrant. Middle notes are lily of the valley, cashmere wood, peach, petite grain, and rose. And the base notes are musk, sage, and sandalwood. But to me, what I really get, I get in the opening, I definitely get the lily of the valley, and I get like this, yeah, I guess it's the blackcurrant and lemon mixing together, but it's like a sweet version of that and very rounded. I usually don't like cashmere wood, but for some reason, because it's paired with petit grain in this, like it creates this really nice powdery element, and I really like that. I quite like that. I'm also finding this kind of unisex, but it's definitely more feminine leaning. Like in the middle, I first get that like citrusy opening that's more soft and sweet, and then I get the middle notes that to me the most comes out, the cashmere wood, the petit grain and rose. Like those are the biggest players here. I get a little bit of that peach, but the cashmere wood and petit grain are the two that kind of work together with the rose, creating this kind of powdery, really nice, really sweet, soapy scent. And then in the background it has that muskiness and sandalwood. I don't know what the sage does in this. Maybe it gives it a little bit of greenness with that blackcurrant, but this is a really nice one. Honestly, like super nice. It's just so powdery, but at the same time kind of fresh. And this is like one of my new loves. I really have been wearing this a lot to work. So yeah, that one, amazing. I really like it, and it lasts pretty long time. Like I get like 5 hours, which is pretty good for the price because these are not expensive. So talking about really nice like work scents that are just so easy to pull off, I always have to say Cacharel's Noir, because this is like the best musky scent that I own. I'm actually gonna wear this today because I really like it. Oh yeah, it's so pretty. Oh. Yeah, that soapy musk is just so pretty, and it has that kind of bitterness from coffee that makes it different. And to me, what I always say is this is how I imagine angel wings smell, like very soft feathers. It's feathery for some reason, and it's really hard to explain, but it has like bitter coffee note with the most beautiful creamy musk. And it just smells like the most beautiful skin. This is way less projecting than this one, and this is way less harsh than this one. But they're kind of similar, a little bit similar. I'm not sure you need both. So if you want to go for softer, sweeter, girlier version, go with Noah. But if you want to go with a little bit more unisex, a little bit more oomphy one, then go with the Tesori d'Oriente. That's what I'm gonna say. But this is like so nice. This reminds me always of my grandma. She wears this all the time. So yeah, Noah is like the ultimate interesting fragrance to me. I have nothing like it. It's the perfect musk in my opinion. Like the most perfect skin scent musk ever. Okay, Noah, Cacharel. And it lasts all day, which is crazy. It is a skin scent, it does not project, but it's so pretty, I'm telling you. Just try it, okay? It's one of my favorites, absolute favorite musk ever. Yeah. Next up, I think we need to give some love to the Body Shop Body Mist Coconut Refreshing Fragrance, because this one is just a really pretty creamy coconut water scent, and it's so nice, a little soapy, and I just feel like it's perfect for summertime. It smells like sun-kissed skin, and it has that coconut vibe, so it's kind of like, it's clean, but it's also like festive and summery, and I just really like the vibe of this one, and it lasts for 6 hours, so that's great. But it's just really linear coconut. But if you are a coconut lover, like you don't really need anything else than this. It's so nice, and it also layers very nicely with other fragrances, so I tend to like go for this all the time. Absolute gorgeousness. So yeah, this one I highly recommend actually if you like linear coconut, and plus points for being vegan. This actually lasts pretty long for a vegan fragrance. Okay, and then For our tea lovers out there, I keep talking about this one, but this is the perfect time to talk about it. This is a clean scent for the people who don't go for that soapiness, but go for that like rainy tea-like cleanness. So this is Rive Wave of Love, and this is a Lanvin Eclat d'Arpege clone. I keep talking about this all the time. It's kind of like your citrusy tea smell with tea leaves, wisteria and lilac. It's your violet lilac wisteria fragrance. Very watery, very like violet flowers type. Actually, this is one of my first fresh fragrances, and I remember thinking like, oh, this is almost like those Elizabeth Arden tea fragrances, but I like this better. It's softer, it's more subtle, it's not as zingy or like sharp, and I just really like this. This is also perfect for office, like it's so easy to put on, and it doesn't last a super long time, but it's so fresh, so nice. Well liked, rounded, perfect one, okay? Lasting power is about 2 hours, 2 to 3, okay? So kind of not a beast. But talking about beasts, I am going to show you guys my favorite beast. So, Elizabeth Arden Bluegrass, and this is a 30s aldehydic fresh fragrance. It is a aldehyde bomb, and I must warn you that the start of this is quite harsh. I would probably spritz this in the air and walk through it. It's so powerful. It has this kind of minty soapiness and greenness about it, and it's really like minty fields after rain. Like that's how it smells to me. It smells very cold, aldehydic, a little musky. It's a very interesting alien scent, but once it kind of like dries down, you get a very beautiful smell of it, but just be really careful with this. Like you can overspray this and trigger people, like it's kinda heavy, okay? But this is like insane. For a freshie, the amount of time that this lasts, it's crazy, but just be careful with it, okay? It's a bomb. So Elizabeth Arden Bluegrass, and this is really inexpensive, and I think it's a good representation of aldehydes. Like if you really want to know what aldehydes smell like, this is aldehyde heavy, so yeah. Talking about lasting vintage year fragrances, I've raved about this in many videos. So this is Vanderbilt, and Gloria Vanderbilt's beautiful inexpensive fragrance for all. I actually tend to use this all the time. I also love the bottle. It's so easy to take with me everywhere because it's so like thin. So I can just put it in my bag. Absolute love, okay? So this one is, it's soapy, but it has a little bit of animalics in it, which I like because I'm an animalic lover. Like I love animalic scents, especially during like winter and autumn time. But this is like a summer appropriate, almost office appropriate after dry down fragrance for animalic lovers. It has civet note and it's very noticeable. But it has yellow flowers. What I get from this is like the soapiness, soapy aldehydes. I get musk, I get that civet there really nicely. I get some, I think there's like peach or something, or plum, like something like that. It's that kind of complex old-timey vintage scent, but it's not as like bomb, like it's not offensive in any way. It's just really vinty. And I get like a lot of yellow flowers in this, maybe mimosa or something. Really nice, I like this. I've used it a lot and it lasts for about 6 hours, which is good in my opinion. And it projects a lot, so just be kind of toned down. Then another really nice one is Rive Madame Isabelle. And this one is a Coco Mademoiselle clone, basically. It's a very nice peachy patchouli and it's watery. I really like it. It's just this kind of really fresh, really classy, a little like, yeah, earthy. It has that earthiness, it has some bergamot in it. It's actually like really classy, really fresh, long lasting for summertime, and this is so similar to the original that you honestly don't probably need to get the original one. Coco Mademoiselle costs a shit ton of money. This costs like €9, so, and it lasts a long time. I really like this. I use it all the time for office, except on the really, really warm days, because the patchouli is pretty strong in this one. Just letting you know, like, you don't like earthiness or patchouli, stay away. It also has oak moss, I think. So yeah, it's kind of old-fashioned in that way that there's that oak mossiness, definitely like earthiness to it. So if you're not into earthy fragrances, maybe this is not for you. But then again, if you are like me, that you absolutely go for that, then this one I definitely recommend. I've been thinking about getting a backup bottle. That's how obsessed I am with this. But the reason I haven't made a big dent is because I have two kind of similar fragrances. I have Cabotin Gold, which is really similar to this. I don't think you need both. But I've been like going way more for that Cabotin Gold than I've been for this one lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the peach note is more there, and it reminds me of like Cabotin Gold reminds me of iced tea, and I really love iced tea during summertime, so maybe that's the reason. So yeah, definitely Madame Isabelle. It's very classy, and yeah, it's a good introduction to that oak moss world, you know, like that greener element type of stuff. Cypress, if you don't know anything about those, like that's a really fresh kind of leaning to that world type of fragrance for you. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about something I haven't talked about a lot on my channel, but I really like, and I think this is going to my perfume tray because otherwise I don't remember to use it. But it's Cassandra Rose Rouge by Jeanne Arthes, and this one, it's just a perfect clean rose. This is just like your typical rose water and musk scent. White musk, rose water. And this is like the whole ass rose. This is like green rose with the stem and all. And like the petals. It's the petals of red rose and the stem. And it's so freaking pretty. This also lasts for about 3 to 4 hours. It's super fresh, you know, fresh, and this is girly. Like I feel like this screams Hollywood glamour to me. But also like in a sense, because it really smells like actual rose, which is so impressive to me. Like this is so nice, and for the price, like come on, oh my god, I should give this way more love than I have. I have kind of forgot I have this, but I really like this Jeanne Arthes rose series. They're so nice, and I should really get into them more. They're really linear, and I really like that about them. And I just really like the bottle also. I think it's very pretty. It's very vintagey. I really love it. But yeah, hubby also loves this, okay? So hubby thinks this is great for like date night. He thinks this is very classy. So if you want to go classy from these, I'd say the classiest ones I've mentioned are these two. Definitely, like if you want to be a classy lady, you're going on a day date, these are the ones that I definitely recommend. So yeah, that's my clean girl fragrances. I don't own many because I'm just getting into that whole clean girl aesthetic, and I'm really, it's not my favorite because it's kind of subtle, and I'm not a subtle person usually, but I'm getting more into it. I'm easing into it. I'm finding out that there's a part of me that does not want to be always on the show, does not want to be the center of attention all the time. Sometimes I just want to make a quiet impression, and these are perfect for that. So I hope you really like these. Most of these are really inexpensive. I want to keep that going on in my channel, and I do really hope you enjoy this one. I see you guys in my next video. Bye!